Welcome to our next blog on self-care and how to gain a healthier, happier version of you. I'm Sophia from Trident Wellbeing and I'm a mind and wellbeing coach, author, martial art instructor and personal trainer. In this series, I'm focusing on weight loss with tools and practices that you can do quickly and easily. For more information, tips and tricks to rewire your health, just click on the links below and subscribe by pressing the subscribe button. Don't forget to press the bell so you know when next week's tips are going to be uploaded. And be sure to watch for the fun interruption. These tips, however, are not a substitute for medical advice, but for those of you who are frustrated with fad diet and their limited success. You probably realise that these diets are not financially or practically sustainable for long periods of time. So how do we rewire our thinking? Most clients that come to me have real frustration. Their life is busy, maybe chaotic, maybe overwhelming, and their health has taken a back seat. My question to them is then, what are your goals now? What's changed? Presumably you've worked on your health for a while. You may have had goals, but what I can often tell from these goals is that they're just not working. Now my thoughts are then that the goals that they initially have or that you initially have are just not enough. Do you simply want to lose a few kilos or a few pounds? And to be truthful, this is often the most easiest way to have a goal, but the unfortunate part of this is that these are really motivating enough. So what's really going on in your mind? Is your mindset setting you up for triumphant success or leading you down the path of misery? Now, it's been reliably proven that what we think really matters and affects our health. Sure, I know the importance of a diet and of exercise, but as a trainer, what's never addressed is why some people are more successful than others, why the weight refuses to move, or why the incentives advertised are not successful in getting people active. And this is because the real issues are never addressed. You've probably seen the latest and greatest diets being advertised and the fanciest and easiest ways to store equipment, or even for a 4-week exercise program that's full of promise, or the 7-minute or 5-minute or 3-minute workout, only to find yourself in a few months down the track asking, where are the promised results? My goal weight is nowhere to be seen. Well, as humans, we have the unique capability to sabotage ourselves with our thinking, without even knowing we're doing it. So just as we can successfully create businesses, families, homes, or holiday experiences, we also have the ability to quite often unconsciously sabotage our well-being. This is a crucial factor that's not dealt with and in my opinion, is causing many to be so unsuccessful. Because the things we put into our minds, sometimes without even realizing it, are creating neural pathways and are leading us to habits that we keep going back to. So we keep having those fluffy muffins or salty French fries or succulent chocolates. What we want to do is interrupt these pathways so that we can get some real weight changes. If we don't interrupt them, and in the words of my old boss and Henry Ford, do what you've always done, get what you've always got. I don't know what tickles your fancy, but if it's unhealthy food habits, I want you to imagine what your life would be like if you could change them. And imagine finding that extra vitality that you've been looking for. I frequently have clients complain, I just don't want to eat lettuce, or I don't want to exercise for 2 hours every day, to which I usually reply, do you need a treat every day? And whoever suggested that lettuce was a sustainably healthy practice anyway? So one of the simpler tools I use in dealing with these patterns of unhealthy practices is the reframing of current practices. I do want you to mind, as it will matter, if not now, then down the track. What no one expects anyone to have a whole lettuce diet, or to just live on soup or lemon or whatever, or to train like the Biggest Loser.
Every time. What is it?
I'm giving you my best.
No, you're not. You stop at 20 seconds every single time.
But by just changing our thoughts to, perhaps, if I train half an hour a day and enjoy a juicy burger as a sometimes food, you can feel good and you can have a healthy weight and you can have energy without feeling like you're denying yourself. So for this week's practice, I'd like you to reframe your thoughts. So the next time you feel like you're denying yourself, maybe you can say, I'm working towards my goal even more strongly. Or if your tummy rumbles and you crave sugar or salty chips, reframe it to, I'm burning calories because I feel hungry. Maybe you want to give yourself a food reward, but how about reframing it to, my goal was to wear this or to go there or to do something, and that's something that makes you more excited. What if you're with friends and family and feel like you should be polite and eat everything? You could reframe it perhaps by asking them to give you smaller portions so that you can sample a variety of the yummy foods they've cooked. That way you take control of what goes on your plate. Perhaps you know you should exercise, but you really don't want to head outside. You could reframe it with, let's try a fun new exercise by trying something on YouTube, maybe for 20 minutes instead. However you do it, by changing the emphasis and the meaning of what you're eating, what you're desiring to put in your mouth, or what prevents you from moving, you're taking back the power to control your own health. Simply reframing and changing our thoughts can help us regain focus on our goal and take the emphasis off losing those extra kilograms or pounds. So if you like what I've got to say, click on the button below to subscribe and stay tuned till next week to see how we can keep feeling better and with real workable strategies and techniques. I look forward to hearing how you're progressing, and please feel free to send me a message or an email. Until then, I'm wishing you much love.